Give me that. By the land, send it south. All right. Okay, that's a catchy slogan. So is Plan 6 is the fix. A lot of us like that one. But honestly, the science has already been there for decades. We've had the science for, we've got mostly consensus agreement among everybody except people that have a different agenda. And I don't think I need to say who those people are. So what I'm getting to here is, in the spirit of being political today, I would like to point out that this problem is not science-based, the problem is political. Like I say, we've had the science for decades. What we don't have is the proper political leadership in office right now, statewide, to fix this problem. And we all know why. There's a lot of powers that be that are trying to keep a status quo in place, and I don't think any of us want that. And we've been beating our heads against the wall for years and years, and I think finally this year we've reached a breaking point. We're starting to see a pretty good upswell of momentum. We're seeing people that aren't usually involved in environmental issues finally getting involved. We're seeing unlikely coalitions form, coalitions that now span all of the political spectrum, not just liberal and Democrat, but now conservative, Tea Party. We've got Congressman Clausen, who's introduced a bill to study and then study for what is the right piece of land, and then allocate $500 million to the Department of Interior to buy that land. So we're seeing leadership coming from all sorts of places, and it's actually really refreshing. I feel like we have the wind at our back right now, and I think we need to take advantage of it. And without further ado, I will give you back to April.
So this is really exciting. Hi, everybody. If you don't know who I am, because I met a couple of people who didn't, I'm April Freeman. I'm running for Congress, U.S. House in District 17, and I'm running to replace Tom Rooney next November. And if you don't know where District 17 is, if you look behind me, that's District 17. We're right now in front of the river that goes between 17 and 19. So I've been an environmental activist for years and have been following the water release issues from Lake Okeechobee for as long as I can remember. Releases that flow through this river right here, a river that divides much of the district that I'm going to serve and the district that Kirk Clausen serves, all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. But not before the toxic water releases cause irreparable damage to our estuaries and to the federally protected wetlands and wildlife at G.N. Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge. We're all aware of the largest obstacle, which is the political heat that surrounds the sugar land just south of the lake. And John so nicely brought that up. You add that political heat to state legislators owned by lobbyists that plague the halls of Florida's state capitol, and we have a disastrous do-nothing legislation and gridlock. That is why we need to take the politics of Lake Okeechobee out of Tallahassee and away from Florida altogether. This past February, the White House released a statement saying that President Barack Obama signed executive orders that designated 3 national monuments in the California desert. I thought about that action, and only after much thought and research into that process, while also investigating all the pros and cons, I've come up with a real solution, and it's perfect. The federal government already owns and maintains the Herbert Hoover Dike that surrounds Lake Okeechobee. And the poisonous water being released from the lake through the Caloosahatchee River back here is killing the protected wetlands and the wildlife at G.N. Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge. Therefore, I've come to the conclusion that it makes perfect sense to designate Lake Okeechobee a national monument through presidential executive order. Even better, I've already started that process. A process used by community leaders to have their causes thrown to the front of the line for action from Washington. A process that only requires a reasonable number of people in our nation to support the action. This is where you all come in. I'm asking all of you to get involved today. It's easy. All you have to do is sign an online petition, and it's already there for you to sign and help. I have 60 days from today to gather 100,000 online supporters in order for the President to respond to our request. That will designate Lake Okeechobee a national monument, an action that would expedite cleanup and ensure appropriations for needed repairs and water quality projects. And at long last, we will have a real solution so we can end the political gamesmanship that surrounds Lake Okeechobee and the resulting issues that plague our beautiful state. You might wonder why it was important to call us together today, and that's really easy to answer. Because together, we must do better, we can do better, and we will do better. And working together is the only way we're going to make a real difference. So please support the cause and visit the petition online today. It's at wethepeople.com. We can send you a link to sign it. We'll have an email blast going out, and the information will be available on my website as soon as this press conference is over. And it's aprilfreeman.com, APRILFREEMAN.com. And I'm April Freeman, and I approve this message.
April, so what makes you really think that the President is going to look at this as something he should even care about right now?
So once we have the 100,000 signatures on the petition online, he has to look at it. That's We the People. We the People are in charge of this one right now.
And what is your strategy to get 100,000? I know that's a lot of signatures. How are you going to get that?
Right. Well, we have a lot more than that in District 19. We have that in District 17. We have 750,000 people. I think we could probably get at least 100,000 from both districts to be involved and actually sign the petition. And we're reaching out through our website, hopefully through the media. We're putting out press alerts from now until the end of the 60 days, hoping to bring people to the...
Is the petition shareable?
It is.
That's the way you're going to get the signatures.
Isn't this going to be a national problem then once it becomes a national monument? Won't it make it harder to contain the problems and kind of work on it locally as well?
Well, no. What they're going to do is they would make it a national monument. The appropriations are there through the Department of Interior. What Kirk Clausen's trying to do can be incorporated on the petition. We've incorporated that in. If he should be able to pass that bill and have that signed into law, we would ask them to adopt that area that they deem appropriate and make that also part of the national monument. So no, I don't think it's going to be a national problem. I think it'll fix our local problems.
You said the appropriations are there. How much do you expect this would cost to do?
Probably about the same to get started as Kurt's bill, but it'll be continually funded through the program.
What other people are supporting this?
This is a We the People. This is We the People. That doesn't have to go through Congress. This is get your community active and involved and get them to try and help make a difference.
Are you working with the Okeechobees?
Yes. Everybody, and hopefully in the state of Florida, is going to get involved in this one. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you so much for coming out, and I hope I didn't disappoint you. We're going to try and make this one happen.